Hi, I'm Brian Saliba with Crowbar Creative, back with another thrilling tutorial on Siege Perilous. In this game, I am portraying Dame Britomart from the Fairy Queen. And when I flip over her starting card, I find my starting quest at the beginning of the game. This one is the House of Busiran. The good Sir Scudamore begs your assistance, rescuing his beloved Lady Amoret from the clutches of the evil wizard Busiran. You must ride to the wizard's enchanted castle in the wilds, which is encircled by a towering wall of fire. Are you daring enough to pass through the inferno and confront the wizard? So, this means that, first of all, the requirement is I have to have at least 3 in combat. I need to be at the 3rd rank. I'm only at the 2nd rank. And then, once I've gotten my combat to the level it needs to be, then I have to travel to Lothian, and I'm going to be rolling my courage to see if I'm brave enough to walk through that wall of fire. But first things first, I have to get my combat up by 1. And the best way to do that is to visit a training tower. So there are 4 skills in the game: combat, court, horse, and nature. And each of those skills has a silver tower where you can go to train that skill up. So I have to get my combat up, and that training tower is here, Castle Orgalis. So I can spend an action moving to North Logres from West Logres in order to visit that, or since I have a spur, I'll spend a spur instead, move there for free, and now I still have my 2 actions remaining. So my first one will be to visit the castle or the training tower. And in order to train up that skill, I have to spend 2 fame, which I have. So I'll spend the fame, and my combat increases by 1. So I move my coat of arms to the 3rd rank, and the reward for doing so allows me to place a coat of arms in Arthur's favor track for skill, as Arthur monitors his knight's progress in their skill and virtue increases. So now I meet the requirement of the quest. I have 3 in combat. The next thing to do is to travel to Lothian and attempt the quest. So for my 2nd action this turn, I'll just travel to Lothian, and there I'll end my turn. And then on my next turn, I'll be able to actually attempt the quest and see if I can bring it off. So time goes forward, it's my next turn, and now I'm in Lothian, I meet the requirement, so time to roll my courage and see if I'm brave enough to walk through the fire and rescue Lady Amoret. So courage check. My courage is in the 2nd rank, so that's 2 dice. And see that in order to accomplish this, I need at least a candle, at least a grail, and I need 1 double grail. So I only have 2 dice, but I do have a wisdom die. Oh, so I've rolled the double grail and the grail. So I can do that one, I can do that one, and that means I am short only 1 little measly candle. So I'm gonna roll my wisdom die. I have 1 banked, and I have a candle. So I can accomplish all 3 parts of this quest. If I could only do 1 or 2 of them, I could still place one of my coats of arms there, gain the individual reward, and attempt to finish the quest on a future turn. But since I'm able to do them all, I can get all these rewards. So a fame, a spur, and a resource of my choice. I'll take a coin, fame, spur. And since I've done them all, now I can choose between the final reward. There's a divine reward, an earthly reward, or I can increase my wisdom by 1 rank permanently. And in this case, I'll say I'm going to take the divine reward, which is a fidelity increase. So my fidelity is now up to 4, and that allows me to place a coat of arms in Arthur's virtue favor track. That also gets me a blessing. And the final reward for the divine is that gets me an in-game point, a virtue point, which counts for 1 point toward winning the game at the end. And so you boldly step into the fire and emerge unscathed. You are in time just to deliver Lady Amoret from a torturous death. So I've accomplished my starting quest. This moves into my legacy, and I am ready to continue my adventuring career, including traveling to Camelot to get a new quest. But starting quest is finished, and my adventuring career is well on its way. to great glory. Until next time.